Please. My name is Dr. Michael Stewart, and I serve as the Associate Vice President of Student Affairs here at Middle Georgia State University. As we prepare to begin our ceremony today, we ask for your assistance in assuring that the family member or friend that you are here to see gets the recognition that they have earned. The graduation procession will begin in a few moments and will be televised on the screens. Any guests not already seated at that time will be asked to remain where they are until the procession has concluded. After that, guests will be allowed to go to their seats. We request that guests remain in their seats during the procession. A video recording will be made available for you to share on our YouTube channel. Also, professional photographers will be capturing still shots of your loved ones throughout the ceremony. During the ceremony, all of our graduates look forward to hearing their name called as they cross the stage. So we ask that you please limit your celebrations and hold your applause until the end, when our provost will invite you to join him in offering your heartfelt congratulations to all of our graduates. On a related note, while we believe that all of our graduates are important, honor graduates who received bachelor's degrees are recognized with a Latin phrase given after the reading of their name. Those who graduate cum laude, which means with honor, earned a grade point average of between 3.5 and 3.7. Those who graduate magna cum laude, which means with great honor, earned a grade point average of between 3.7 and 3.9. And those who graduate summa cum laude, or with highest honor, earned a grade point average of between 3.9 and 4.0. As a final sound-related request, we ask that you check to see if you have silenced your cell phone. Last, we request when the ceremony ends that you exit the building promptly and proceed outside to continue the celebration with your graduates. So, with those preliminaries out of the way, we invite you to enjoy the spring commencement ceremony for Middle Georgia State University.
Good morning. Please be seated. I am Dr. David Jenks, the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs at Middle Georgia State University. It is an honor to welcome you to campus. Today, President Blake and I join with the MGA faculty and staff, along with parents, relatives, friends, guests, and dignitaries, to celebrate our spring 2022 graduating class. We extend our appreciation to all who have been involved in planning and preparing for today's commencement ceremony. Their efforts have made this a day you will remember for a long time. This commencement ceremony is one of 3 held on campus today, with 2 others that took place yesterday. With more than 750 students participating in graduation this semester, our largest graduating class to date, holding 5 events across several days allows graduates to participate in smaller, more intimate ceremonies, and in this way, they let graduates celebrate their success alongside those graduating with similar degrees and will keep the ceremonies at a reasonable length. At this time, I would like to direct your attention to the first row. You will notice there is an empty chair draped in a black cloth. The cloth has been placed there in remembrance of all the students, staff, and faculty that we have lost this academic year. Please join me in a moment of silence to remember the hard work and dedication they put into their time here at MGA. Thank you. Today, we celebrate a commencement, a new beginning. For graduates, that may mean moving away from an area of comfort, leaving the spaces of learning, and possibly parting ways with close friends. This commencement marks the beginning of a new pattern of life, a new schedule, and a new set of responsibilities. However, before the candidates for graduation move on from here, let us all enjoy this commencement ceremony together and celebrate what has been accomplished. Let's take a moment together to recognize just how far our graduation candidates have come while so much in life has changed over the course of their studies. Graduation candidates, if you are a first-generation student, please stand and remain standing if you are able. If you are a non-traditional student, please stand and remain standing. If you are a mother while being a student, please stand and remain standing. If you are a father while being a student, please stand and remain standing. If you're a first responder while being a student, please stand and remain standing. If you are actively deployed, an armed forces veteran, or in a military family, please stand and stay standing. If you had to work while you were taking courses, please stand and stay standing. And finally, if you are proud of the work you've done and are ready to receive your diploma, please stand and stay standing. Ladies and gentlemen, the spring 2022 class of Middle Georgia State University. Remain standing. Candidates, you have received a great deal of help getting to this point. This support has come from many people in your life, including your family, your friends, possibly donors of a scholarship, and members of the Middle Georgia State University community. Now let's take a moment to appreciate those who have helped you all get here today. Faculty members, please stand and remain standing if you are able. The faculty at Middle Georgia State University have certified that all candidates have completed the requirements for their respective degrees. Their continuous support and dedication to higher education enable us all to be here today. Join me in thanking them with a round of applause. Please remain standing. There are a few others who have helped you on your journey. Parents, please stand and remain standing if you are able. Grandparents, please stand and remain standing. Spouses and children, please stand. Siblings, extended family, partners, and friends, please stand. If you've helped someone receiving a diploma today, please know that we appreciate how important your support has been. Candidates, please look around to find your people and think about those who couldn't be here today. Join me in thanking them with another round of applause to honor those who've helped you attain your goal of becoming a university graduate. Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by Catherine Carter, a music major in our contemporary musicianship program. Please be seated. Thank you. Thank you, Catherine. That was wonderful. There's one other very significant group that has supported you and enriched your educational experience. The Middle Georgia State University Foundation strives to improve the lives of people in Middle Georgia by enabling our students, faculty, and staff to achieve extraordinary results. Some of our graduates have benefited from foundation scholarships. Many of you have participated in foundation-sponsored academic programs and activities, and all of you have studied in modern classrooms and labs in a library outfitted in part with foundation-funded equipment and technology. Ms. Mary McDonald, would you please stand? We deeply appreciate your role at Middle Georgia State University as the Vice President for University of Advancement and the continued generosity of our foundation. Thank you for your leadership. Please join me in a round of applause in appreciation of our MGA Foundation. President Blake.
Well, good morning. This is indeed a wonderful day, and it's your day. My name is Chris Blake, and I have the honor of serving as the president of Middle Georgia State University. And each year, one student is selected by the Student Honors, Awards, and Graduation Committee to speak on behalf and to represent the voice of the graduating class, in this case of 2022. And you as a class have been through some of the most traumatic and difficult experiences that could have been possible, and yet we are here to celebrate your success. Well done. Very well done. The student who speaks to us today goes through a selection process. He or she must have an outstanding academic record, have been involved in campus and community service, and have demonstrated the values of this university and the characteristics of the success to which we believe that you can now make in the world. The individual selected to represent the senior class exceeds all those qualities. She is a special education teacher intern at Bleckley County Elementary School At Middle Georgia, she has consistently demonstrated academic excellence, strong leadership, and active community involvement. She has shown her leadership by completing work for the National Society for Leadership and Success and serving as one of our first ever peer mentors in our teacher education program. She has published research at the Georgia Council of Teachers of Mathematics Conference and also an article in our Middle Georgia Inspire Teacher Education Journal. In addition to all her professional and academic activities, she's the eldest of 9 siblings and a working mother of 2. No matter the task at hand, she implies the same professionalism, enthusiasm, and dedication, and was described by her peers as truly a superhero. After graduation, she plans to begin her full-time teaching career in Dodge County, Georgia, and to pursue graduate work. It is my honor and my great pleasure to introduce Middle Georgia State University's President Scholar for the class of 2022, Ms. Rebecca Simone Caldwell. Rebecca.
Welcome to the May 2022 graduation here at Middle Georgia State University. I am Simone Caldwell, a graduating teacher candidate from the Elementary Special Education Teacher Preparation Program. I wanted to take this time to share a bit of my story and hopefully make a difference, even if small, for our graduating seniors. When I was in grade school, I struggled. I wasn't first in my class and I wasn't fifth, and I believe I was more towards the end, my name kind of written small, barely legible, but I got by. I was present most days. Some days. I barely graduated, so Maggie Kuhn's quote, "Speak your mind even if your voice shakes," did not apply to me. I never spoke. And trust me, internally my voice is shaking now. It isn't the fear of speaking, but rather being ashamed of making a mistake or failing. We are often haunted by the possibility of being judged by others, and even worse, judging and condemning ourselves. There is, however, a beauty in making mistakes. There is a force, a power behind not only having a growth mindset to reach higher and to grow, but also to embrace our errors, to learn from our mistakes, understand them, and not to repeat them. And I know my parents are watching, and I bet they are wishing I knew this during adolescence. I should have listened. We are our worst critics. We have conditioned ourselves to feel shame and to shy away from speaking up for fear of being wrong. We must continuously seek to alter this mindset to reach our utmost potential. When I learned to no longer ignore but to accept my mistakes, I found myself launching forward in life. I was told in high school by a peer tutor that I was stupid, and I was told by others I was just a social butterfly. I couldn't iterate how important those Lisa Frank pencils were. I know that kind of dates me a little bit. I was not held to a higher standard because that just was who I was. While it was meant to offer acceptance, it taught me that I should not apply myself because it would make no difference. I watched my siblings receive acceptance in advanced student programs within public schools while I was lucky to remember that I even had homework, and if it was math, I complained that I had no reason to learn it, and that has changed now. Truthfully, I did not understand and did not know how to admit my shortcomings, to ask for help. When my determination, resilience, and grit began to increase internally here at MGA, a shift began to occur in my life. My scores in my classes were finally higher than Georgia Bulldogs football player Mim's jersey number, 65 for our non-football fans. I was forming a foundation of knowledge that increased a conceptual understanding. I was completing honor projects, such as being a guest speaker at conferences, presenting to students' parents with informational resources, and working closely with the peer mentorship program. Currently, I'm working on an Against Bullying project motivated by the novel Wonder by R.J. Palacio, and if you haven't read it, please do. This project will include direct teaching, statistical data, research, and information to identify and assist students that are being bullied. It'll also incorporate procedures for safe interventions for those that are bullying others. Students will be able to be active in this and create video presentations to speak up and speak out against bullying. In the future, I will be researching grant writing and write a proposal to support diverse literacy in the public education system located in rural areas. I'm completing projects while being a special education teacher intern, a mother of 2 wonderful children, and making plans to attend graduate school. I share my past, my present, and my future to remind us all, and even myself, that as we leave MGA to pursue careers, graduate school, and watch our dreams unfold, remember that we are always learning. Admit your mistakes and move forward. Watch your abilities and self-efficacy continuously grow. Remember your personal philosophies and embrace yourselves. Forgive yourselves. Lean into the relationships and bonds of those in your personal life as well as those created here at MGA. Find your support system. You are more than capable of greatness and to be leaders in your fields. Remain steadfast and seek it out. Thank you.
Thank you, Simone. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce our Spring 2022 commencement speaker. In October 2021, Arthur L. Tripp Jr. was appointed by President Biden's administration to serve as State Executive Director of the United States Department of Agriculture Farm Service Agency, the FSA, in the state of Georgia. In this role, Tripp manages 300 employees and 66 offices across the state and oversees the implementation of $1.8 billion in funding for Georgia. Prior to his FSA appointment, Tripp served as the Senior Policy Advisor to U.S. Congressman David Scott, current chair of the House Committee on Agriculture. In his role as Senior Policy Advisor, Tripp managed the agricultural policy portfolio for the congressman. Born in Warner Robins, Tripp graduated from Duluth High School. He earned his degree in political science at UGA. He was listed in the 2015 class of the University of Georgia's 40 Under 40, and he also served on the alumni board of the directors for the UGA School of Public and International Affairs. Tripp is a graduate of the 2019 Leadership Georgia class, and he served the 2020 class as program chair. You've been busy. Leadership Georgia is one of the nation's oldest and most successful leadership training programs for business, civic, and community leaders who have the desire and potential to work together for a better Georgia. Please join me in welcoming our commencement speaker, Mr. Arthur Tripp Jr.
Well, good morning, class of 2022. In the great words of one of the greatest American poets, Taylor Swift, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. My wife told me to say that. Look, I know I'm the only thing standing between you and your graduation parties, and so I will promise to keep it incredibly brief. But class of 2022, this is an incredibly monumental moment. For some of you, you are the first person in your family to graduate from college. For others of you, you have finally moved from the stands to the stage. Either way, no matter how you got here, the important piece is that you got here and that you are here now. Now, y'all did this a moment ago, but I want to hear you roar. I want the world to hear your voice. So just indulge me for a moment. For 5 seconds, I want the class of 2022 to stand up once again. Give me your roar. Give me a round of applause for your success. Point out your support system and let them hear you. Come on, stand up, let them hear you. There we go. Doesn't that feel good? All right, sit down. Let me finish. Graduates, this is your moment, and this is your achievement. Each and every one of you, you have charted your own path. And no matter where you started to get to this prestigious degree, I want you to know that you now possess the skills and the knowledge to succeed in any endeavor that you choose to begin. Now, contrary to popular belief, your college degree is not just a piece of paper that you should display in your room to gather dust, but it's a symbol. It's a symbol of all that you have accomplished and all that you have become over these years. Think back to the late nights that you spent cramming for midterms. Think about that early morning rush to class. And I'll bet you will never forget that nervous excitement as some distant strangers would now become some of your closest friends. You see, when you leave this room today, you will in fact be a part of one of the most elite groups, not just in our state and our community, yet you'll be a part of one of the most elite groups in our nation and our world. And your expertise, your judgment, and your experience, it's going to be needed to solve some of the grand challenges of our time. Think about it for a second. Our population across the globe is increasing. And with this, we've got to find a way to feed people. Think about the basic elements of humanity that we're going to have to prescribe solutions for. Things such as food, clean drinking water, and housing. Even climate change. It's knocking louder and louder at our door, and we must be prepared to answer that call with a solution towards an actionable solution. Take the recent events of these past few years. It's abundantly clear that our world is now more interconnected than ever before, and that we are no longer competing just at a local level, yet we are competing at a global level. Crises across the globe no longer stop at their respective borders, but they're felt right here in our own backyards. Look at the war in Ukraine and how it's affected the world's supply of grain and wheat. Think back to that ship that blocked the Suez Canal and the impact that it had on our world supply chain. And I know we'll never forget how a virus from the other side of the world shut our society down. You see, it's increasingly clear that we can no longer wait on the solutions of tomorrow because the future of humanity is being written right here today. And we have learned that time indeed waits for no one. Therefore, we must have and utilize the time that we have now to act. You see, I have a 3-year-old son, and he's in this hero phase. When he thinks of heroes, he thinks playfully of Superman, thinks of Batman, he thinks of Wonder Woman. But you know, I've come to learn that heroes are in fact real, and that they're already among us. You see, when I think of heroes, I think of our frontline medical workers. I think of our soldiers that are protecting us at home and abroad. And I think about the millions of citizens who wake up every morning fighting to make life better for everyone. And like those heroes, there's a hero living in each and every one of you sitting here today. You see, while Batman may have his gadgets, Wonder Woman may have her lasso, you now have your degree. And unlike the former two, no one can take this away from you. Class of 2022, this is my challenge to you. Keep going. Keep striving. Keep pressing forward towards your given ability to positively impact our nation and positively impact our world. Continue to cultivate and discover the hero within you. See, because it's only going to take one. It's going to take one person to usher in positive change in our community. That community can then go and change our state, and our state can then go change the nation. And our nation, as we have learned, can indeed change the world. But see, it's all going to start with one. And I'm here this morning to ask you, class of 2022, are you that one? You see, even now, as we sit here today, we stand on the shoulders of those who have paved the way before us. Think of those great Georgians, such as Susie King Taylor, Senator Johnny Isakson, and Dr. King. You see, while the weight of their times pressed hard on their shoulders, they did not falter. Like heat in a forge, they became steeled in their resolve for progress. And while we continue to honor their memories through our works, your shoulders are now the shoulders that future generations will stand upon. You see, when I look across this room, I don't just see college graduates. I see the next Dr. King. I see the next Senator Isakson. and I see the next Susie King Taylor. But most importantly, I see the next hero. You know, there's this old saying that states that there are two important days in your life. The first is the day that you were born, and the second is the day that you find out why. You see, these last few years have given each of us an opportunity to define our why. Think about it. Together, you and your classmates have survived a pandemic on a global scale. Several of you took tests and exams through the filter of a computer screen. And many of us have lost loved ones. It's safe to say that these past few years have had their challenges. However, through these trying times, our collective resolve and our resilience of spirit, it indeed endured. And we came together to face this pandemic head on. You see, when millions of families became affected by the virus, our neighbors and our friends came together to offer a hand. It is abundantly clear that we as a nation are able to overcome any obstacle that faces us. I want y'all to do me one final favor. Take another look around the room. Seriously, take a look. Look at your graduates left and right. And I want you to take this moment and hold on to the memories that you have made and all of the knowledge that you have gained over these past few years. The late John Lewis used to ask, if not you, who? If not now, when? He would go on to add that we may not have chosen the time. The time has chosen us. Ladies and gentlemen, I can rest easy knowing that we have an answer to his question. And it is indeed sitting right here in front of me. It is now your time to lead. Class of 2022, we stand together at the precipice of possibility. And as I've stated before, the future of mankind is still being written. And you must ask yourself, where does your chapter belong in this storied book? Wherever your journey may lead you, I encourage you to look to the sacred words that are inscribed on the state seal and ground your story in wisdom, in justice, and in moderation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Tripp. That was inspirational, and I think you just threw the gauntlet down for the spring 2022 graduating class. On behalf of the Middle Georgia State University faculty, it is my honor to congratulate the spring 2022 graduates on this special occasion. Commencement is a time of recognition of your academic accomplishments, so we join your family and friends in celebrating your success. I'm assuming you all might be ready to walk across the stage. That's a lot of nodding. One quick reminder, there will be a photo with the president near the mace on the my right, your left side of the stage. So when you get to that side, always stop. We don't want to run off the end. He doesn't like to chase people down, but he will. And now, assisting me with the presentation of the degree candidates are President Blake, the academic deans, our interim registrar, Mr. Jed Edge, and Associate Provost, Dr. Michael Gibbons.
Good morning, everybody. I am Mike Gibbons. I'm the Associate Provost here at Middle Georgia State University, and it's my pleasure to call forth each of the graduates participating in today's ceremony. Candidates for degrees in the Master of Science in Management, please come forward by row when directed by the staff marshals to receive congratulations from Interim Dean Narsing, Dean Clayton, Provost Jenks, and President Blake. Austin Hunter Bass, Master of Science in Management. Tabitha Chapman, Master of Science in Management. Timothy Logan Colburn, Master of Science in Management. Juliana Bethany Cruz, Master of Science in Management. Jung Hoon Han, Master of Science in Management. Kevin Lee Lyman, Master of Science in Management. Daniel Edward Porter, Master of Science in Management. Miles Edward Scott, Master of Science in Management. Jamie Shea Wall, Master of Science in Management. James Wayland Willis, Master of Science in Management. Jonathan L.D. Wilson, Master of Science in Management. Jamal Ahmad Woodyard, Master of Science in Management. Candidates for undergraduate degrees in the School of Business, please come forward by row as directed by staff marshals to receive congratulations from Interim Dean Nursing, Provost Jenks, and President Blake. Alexandria Sophia Maria Alvarez Smith, BS in Business Administration. Carl Ash, BS in Business Administration. Zachary W. Ballard, BS in Business Administration. Latoya Kunique Blue, BS in Business Administration. Ruthie Mae Brown, BS in Business Administration. Dakaya M. Butler, BS in Business Administration. Jedediah B. Byington, BS in Business Administration. Nadia Marie Canlas, BS in Business Administration. Zulema Zuley Karumbo Curbeo, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, BS in Business Administration. Jordan Oliver Crabb, BS in Business Administration. Kaylin Summer Curry, magna cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, BS in Business Administration. Alvaro Elizari, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, BS in Business Administration. Maria Alejandra Garcia, magna cum laude, President's List Scholar, BS in Business Administration. Brady M. Gonzalez, BS in Business Administration. Zachary Austin Gonzalez, magna cum laude, President's List Scholar, BS in Business Administration. Arlie Bryn Grant, BS in Business Administration. Clarissa Haslan, BS in Business Administration. Catherine M. Einer, BS in Business Administration. Angelo Yasuro Ito Tost, magna cum laude, President's List Scholar, BS in Business Administration. Monica Arlena Johnson, BS in Business Administration. Kimberly Rose Kitchens, BS in Business Administration. Cameron Thomas Lowe, BS in Business Administration. Bianca A. Martin, BS in Business Administration. Caleb Elijah McCool, magna cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, BS in Business Administration. Jedediah Coate Miller, BS in Business Administration. Yolmar Alejandra Mora Murillo, BS in Business Administration. Tierra Latrice Nicole Murphy, BS in Business Administration. Mary Joan Neville, BS in Business Administration. Loc Tan Nguyen, BS in Business Administration. Destiny Jamir Pollard, magna cum laude, President's List Scholar, BS in Business Administration. Lakia A. Parker, BS in Business Administration. Michael Bryce Pittman, BS in Business Administration. Kyle B. Roselle, summa cum laude, President's List Scholar, BS in Business Administration. Isaac Michael Ruffin, BS in Business Administration. Alexis L. Rumpf, BS in Business Administration. Raphael Dominique Scroggins, magna cum laude, President's List Scholar, BS in Business Administration. Caden R. Shearer, BS in Business Administration. Brandon Tyler Scholta, BS in Business Administration. Kyle M. Spudik, BS in Business Administration. Brittany Michelle Thomas, BS in Business Administration. Eliza Love Usher, summa cum laude, President's List Scholar, BS in Business Administration. Markeisha Charnay White, BS in Business Administration. Patience Marie Morris, Dean's List Scholar, BS in Business Administration. Artesia Arnether Anderson, Bachelor of Science. Christopher Emmanuel Burley, Bachelor of Science.
You look good. Good job.
Undergraduate degrees, School of Education and Behavioral Sciences. These are in behavioral sciences. I think we just flipped.
What did we do wrong?
I think we flipped.
Hold on. Yes. Candidates for undergraduate degrees, who are these guys? In the School of Education and Behavioral Sciences, Thank you for coming forward by row as directed by staff to receive congratulations from Dean Beek, Provost Jenks, and President Blake. And thank you, Jennifer. Are we ready? All right. Christopher Emmanuel Burley, Bachelor of Science.
Oh, he's already gone.
Ariel Castillo, magna cum laude, President's List Scholar, Bachelor of Science. Tyra Michelle Evans, Bachelor of Science. Jessica Renee Johnson, Bachelor of Science. Cohen James Kendrick, Bachelor of Science. Tyler Lee Kindle, Bachelor of Science. Samantha Martin Gray, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Bachelor of Science. Kaylee Nicole McVeigh, Dean's List Scholar, Bachelor of Science. Shaikila A. Miller, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Bachelor of Science. Raymond Howard Mobley III, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Bachelor of Science. Mashudu Morton, Bachelor of Science. Janaya Deanna Nolan, Bachelor of Science. Jacob H. Oates, Bachelor of Science. Sydney A. Outlaw, Bachelor of Science. Richard Douglas Owens, Bachelor of Science. Michael Samuel Rostro, magna cum laude, President's List Scholar, Bachelor of Science. Carolyn G. Stokes, magna cum laude, President's List Scholar, Bachelor of Science. Montavious Henriette Taylor, magna cum laude, President's List Scholar, Bachelor of Science. Erin Elizabeth Wallace, Bachelor of Science. Margaret Wallace, Bachelor of Science. Jordan Williams, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Bachelor of Science. Madison J. Wynn, Bachelor of Science. Kiera Ashley Young, Bachelor of Science. Nicholas Crosby Gunter, Bachelor of Science. Cameron Renee Jones, Bachelor of Science. Emily Tavares, magna cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Bachelor of Science. Jared Daniel Beaver, magna cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Bachelor of Science. Crystal Victoria Bill, Bachelor of Science. Courtney R. Brown, Bachelor of Science. LaShonda Shanice Collins, Bachelor of Science. Brittany Deshawn Covington, Bachelor of Science. Melanie Lynn Kay, Bachelor of Science. Jocelyn Anisia Driscoll, Bachelor of Science. Ranisha Fowler, Bachelor of Science. Callie L. Greathouse, summa cum laude, President's List Scholar, Bachelor of Science. Olivia Greathouse, Bachelor of Science. Haley A. Hickman, Bachelor of Science. Amaya Chantel Hill Lauder, Bachelor of Science. Parker Allison Hogan, President's List Scholar, Bachelor of Science. Brittany Honeycutt, Bachelor of Science. Kimberly Inman Burkhalter, Bachelor of Science. Kenyatta M. Jackson, Bachelor of Science. Desiree N. Johnson, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Bachelor of Science. Destiny Nikita Tanae Jordan, Bachelor of Science. Camry Michelle Lamar, Bachelor of Science. Brianna Raquel Law, summa cum laude, President's List Scholar, Bachelor of Science. Brianna C. Martin, Bachelor of Science. Monique Alicia Mincy, Bachelor of Science. Tatiana D. Mitchell, Bachelor of Science. Darnell Raphael Neville, Bachelor of Science. Shayna Danae Red, Bachelor of Science. Princess Yvette Ross Coe, Bachelor of Science. Frances Elizabeth Savage, Bachelor of Science. Tracy Tenaya Scott, Bachelor of Science. Elizabeth Simpson, Bachelor of Science. Lauren Elizabeth Sims, Dean's List Scholar, Bachelor of Science. Jalen Christopher Spencer, Bachelor of Science. Cathesia Renee Thomas, Bachelor of Science. Savannah Grace Tripp, Dean's List Scholar, Bachelor of Science. Allie D. Ursery, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Bachelor of Science. Lexus Leisha Wallace, Bachelor of Science. Ariel A. Williams, Bachelor of Science. Melissa Michelle Williams, Bachelor of Science. Ciara Ann Young Bragg, Bachelor of Science. Camila B. Blash, Associate of Science. Jeffrey L. Lowry, Jr., Associate of Science.
This is one of my favorite parts. President Blake, on behalf of the faculty, I proudly present these candidates who have now satisfied all the requirements for graduation and ask that you confer upon them their respective degrees.
And so, graduates, we come to the kind of official part of the ceremony in a few moments. But I have a message from yesterday from our wonderful nursing graduates who reminded me that we're doing a lot of handshaking and holding and hand-holding, and that before we eat today, everybody, 30 seconds, singing happy birthday twice with warm water and soap, we wash our hands, and then we're all going to be healthy. And so, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia, I, Christopher Blake, hereby confer upon each of you the degree or certificate you have so diligently pursued with all the rights and responsibilities thereto appertaining, Class of 2022, congratulations! Well done. Now, graduates, you have earned an additional right, signifying from your passing from a candidate for graduation to that of a graduate. We will engage in what has become a Middle Georgia tradition. Lining up in front of us are our returning alumni. These are people who have been sitting where you are. Let's welcome back our alumni. And in a few moments, graduates, I will ask the alumni standing before you to move the tassel on your cap, which should be, at the moment, it should still be on the right. And if it's not, don't worry, put it back there. But they're going to move, for the front row, they're going to move the tassel over onto the left, which means you're a graduate. The front row is going to turn around, do that to the row behind, and then the second row to the third, and so on. We are bright people. We know how we can do this, okay? So, would you please stand, graduates? All of you stand. And with that, alumni, counting you down, 3, 2, 1, please start. Remember, turn around, do the row behind. Thank you, alumni, for coming back to your alma mater. And ladies and gentlemen, and faculty and staff, as they finish up, I'm not sure which row will get there first, well, which column will get there. But again, congratulations to the class of 2022. You are officially graduates. Please be seated. And please be seated. As president of the university, I get, I suppose, the final words, the final very short lecture. Our faculty and staff have sought to encourage the very best in you. We know that everyone in this room and others who can't be with us today, they also have helped you get here. And I applaud and thank the parents and the grandparents and the family members. As a father of 2 graduates, I know what it takes to see your student get to this place. So I have my deepest pride and gratitude to you. But also, our faculty and staff have believed in you over the years. And because of that, and your hard work yourselves, you today leave with a Middle Georgia degree. Some of you, we know, will come back to Middle Georgia State University to continue your education, and we're thrilled that you are doing that. Some of you will continue your careers elsewhere. But whatever you do next, you will now forever be our alumni. This is a special and an enduring relationship. We will always take pride in your success and accomplishments, and we hope you will take pride in this university for the rest of your lives. I have one important request of you, that you now share this experience and your credential with, yes, those you love, but also with the world in which we lived. We heard from our amazing commencement speaker about a world that is interconnected. We need your knowledge to go and make the world a stronger, fairer, more just, and better place for humankind. And you can do that. As educated individuals, it is our responsibility to help, yes, our loved ones, but also our society and the world appreciate the value, the purpose, and the impact of a degree. Your degrees are indeed granted to empower yourselves, but also the common good. Now, throughout this ceremony, you've been hearing about transitions, a very important one for you today in your lives, but also that of Middle Georgia State. We are proud that another group of students become our alumni today. And we began, when we started as a university in 2015, we began a tradition with a new alma mater, and we are going to join in and see that alma mater now. Please direct your attention to the video screens and enjoy a performance of our alma mater by the MGA Chamber Singers under the direction of Dr. Rebecca Lanning.
Through the rolling hills of Georgia, in the heart of the great Peach State, we build our future-shaping lives. The quest is ours to take, with boundless possibilities and the lessons of the past. We sons and daughters of MGA, our friendships ever last. We knights of truth and honor, with knowledge as our sword, we raise our voices loud and clear, our hearts at MGA.
And you and we are the knights. And with that, with knowledge as your sword, now go out, please, and do help build truth and honor in your careers, in your lives, and in your communities. I extend to you my best wishes as you prepare for this next phase. We are grateful that you chose Middle Georgia State. There are many, many fine institutions of higher learning in this state and around the nation. We are glad that we have the relationship with you here at Middle Georgia. And we hope that you will become goodwill ambassadors. My thanks and my congratulations to each and every one of you. I do have some housekeeping. I would like to ask family and friends in the audience to please remain at your seat until the last graduate has left the floor. And graduates, I would ask that you let the platform party leave the floor ahead of you. And with that, ladies, gentlemen, family, faculty, and graduates, I hereby and officially declare that these commencement exercises are concluded. Thank you and Godspeed.